Welcome back to Chillstix. Grab your favorite warm drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into something that's probably kept you up at 2 a.m. while binge-watching nature documentaries. Does a lion actually feel guilty after killing a zebra? We've all been there. It's late, you're scrolling, you find some David Attenborough footage where a lion is chasing down a zebra. The camera shakes, the music swells, and then it's over. In that quiet moment after the fact, the dust settles. A strange thought creeps in. Did that lion just feel bad about that? If you've never had that thought, congratulations, you're normal. But if you're anything like me, you immediately felt silly for asking. I mean, it's a lion. It's built for this. It doesn't have a conscience, right? It just eats. Well, biologists have been studying this question for decades, and what they found might make you never watch a nature documentary the same way again. Spoiler alert, predators do some seriously strange things after a kill that nobody really talks about. So what actually is guilt? It's not just feeling bad. It requires self-awareness, the ability to reflect on your actions and understand you've done something potentially wrong. For a long time, science firmly said animals can't do that. Full stop. Animals operate on instinct, stimulus, response, survival. Nothing philosophically heavier than that. And then someone started paying attention to what predators do after they kill. Let's talk about wolves. Researchers in Yellowstone spent years documenting wolf pack behavior, not during the hunt, but after it. The wolf that makes the kill frequently withdraws from the pack afterward. It finds a spot away from the group and just sits there, sometimes for hours. Not injured, not being bullied, just sitting alone in total silence. Honestly, it reminds me of me sitting here in the dark, waiting for you to finally hit that subscribe button. Here's where it gets weirder. Other pack members approach this wolf. They nuzzle it, lick its face, press their bodies against it. Researchers recognize this immediately. It's comforting behavior, the exact same thing wolves show toward pack members who've lost a pup or are grieving. The pack is comforting the wolf that just successfully hunted. Doesn't that feel strange? The most successful member, and yet the pack treats it like it's mourning. Scientists call this post-kill withdrawal, which is scientist speak for, we saw something weird, we wrote it down, and we're not ready to call it guilt. But let's move to lions. Dr. Karen McComb spent 15 years in the Serengeti watching lions, and she tells one story she still can't explain. An older male killed a zebra foal that had wandered from its mother. Clean kill, fast. But then the mother zebra found them. She stood about 20 meters away and called out repeatedly, that haunting sound zebras make when searching for their young. The lion was full. He was safe. No biological reason to stay. And yet, he laid down right next to the dead body and stayed for 3 hours while the mother zebra just watched. Now, here's the part that breaks things open. Apex predators have something in their brains called spindle neurons, von Economo neurons. These are associated with emotional processing and empathy. For a long time, scientists assumed only humans had them. Then they found them in great apes, whales, elephants, and yes, lions. The neurological hardware for empathy exists in predators. It's sitting right there in their brains. What about chimpanzees? They share 98.7% of our DNA. Chimps hunt colobus monkeys, and after a kill, they sometimes sit holding the body. Not eating it, just holding and grooming it. The same gentle grooming they use for friends and children. In several cases, chimps have carried dead bodies through the forest for hours, cradling them like babies. If you're a lion, guilt seems useless. You need to hunt to survive. Guilty lions starve, non-guilty lions eat. Simple math. And yet, here we are. Wolves sitting alone after the kill. Lions lying still for hours. Chimps carrying dead bodies through trees. Scientists argued about it. Camp 1 says it's social management. The killer withdraws to avoid conflict over food. What looks like guilt is just politics. Camp 2 says it's neurological housekeeping. The hunt floods the body with adrenaline, and the nervous system has leftover energy. Also, not guilt. And then there's Camp 3, who believe something genuinely emotional might be happening. Camp 3 doesn't get invited to many conferences, but hey, they can't be proven wrong either. In 2012, neuroscientists at Cambridge signed the Cambridge Declaration on Consciousness. Their conclusion: the neurological structures that produce conscious experience in humans are not unique to humans. Birds, mammals, and possibly other creatures possess the same architecture for conscious states, meaning the wolf sitting alone after the kill might not just be doing wolf things. It might be experiencing something it can't explain either. So the final answer? We genuinely don't know. Honestly, embarrassingly, we still don't know. But something is happening out there. Something old and nameless that produces behavior we recognize because we produce the same behavior. And the fact that we can't ask them what it is doesn't mean it isn't there. It just means they're carrying it without a word for it, which might be the most honest way to carry anything. So, yeah, language is weird. Predators are complicated. And nature is messier than any Attenborough documentary prepared you for. Somewhere in Yellowstone, a wolf is sitting alone after a kill. And maybe, just maybe, that's called guilt. Thanks for hanging out with Chillstix. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay chill.